Okay, so we should be live, but hopefully
Okay.
no one. Hopefully, I'm the only one who's going to be
It's
watching.
like this is the secret Forbidden Live. If you have to like just stumble upon it to discover it.
Okay, so you should.
It's Does it usually take a second for it to pop up? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there it is. So there is
And
the
then
comment that
and
I
then when I
left.
cover it says show.
Yeah, and it'll stay up there until you tell it hide. So,
Hide.
so,
And I'm
so
guessing
sometimes Jill47 gets mad at me because I'll leave her comment up and forget to take it down.
I
She'll be like,
remember once
"Take down my comment."
she was like, "It's covering Rachel's face."
Yes,
I was like,
yeah.
my face is above it. I'm fine. Like, I was like, if anything, it's covering a bit of my chest, which is fine. Will
But
it?
if
I'm guessing if like I have a one, and then if I click a second one, will that one just like replace it?
yeah, it'll
Okay,
go to
cool.
the other one, and then if you
Hmm.
click brand, the only thing here you should worry about is just or no, it's not even going to be here. Yeah, you don't have to deal with any of those
Hmm.
stuff because we're not going to
Okay,
like
cool.
put in like the videos or anything.
Oh yeah.
Banners actually, if you click banners and then just like the one that says thanks for watching, please like and
Hmm.
subscribe. We read all super chats.
Okay, and yes, so if anyone super chats, make sure to read that. Read
Yeah,
that.
but if you want to click that banner option where it says show and
Hmm.
then yeah, so just do that whenever you start
Okay.
and not really. I mean, just talk about Star Trek. It doesn't really like
Yeah.
I don't really like have any expectations. I
Yeah. I just
just a
figured
bunch
I'm
of people
trying
just chit chatting.
a little more casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can ask. And so the point of this is like we could have more people because no one's having to edit it, right?
Right. Yeah. You can have more
Yeah.
people can like show up and leave. Like, don't worry about like people recording their audio or anything.
Hmm.
If someone has like loud dog or kid in the background, I mean, it's not gonna
Yeah.
be the end of the world.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so pretty easy breezy. And I was telling people it's 7 p.m. just for consistency purposes, but if
Seven
that's
works for me.
okay,
Yeah, I
I would
should.
just ask you to end at 8:30 because then
Okay.
Strange New Pod with Giraffe and Julian, like I think that's when they
Hmm.
get started. So
Okay, yeah, that way we're
just
not
out of yeah, I'm
stepping on
not
people's toes.
like professional
Kurt,
courtesy to
yeah.
other content creators.
Hmm.
Um,
I know it's like, because yeah, there's like, which makes sense. There's so much Star Trek stuff that happens at like on Thursdays, and it's like, oh no, how like, when sometimes people have been like, be involved in this thing, and I'm like, it's too much. Like,
and you should have the I'll give you the link just in case you want to invite anyone.
okay,
But the link for tomorrow's stream I'll send to you, and then yeah, just invite whoever you want. You know, I trust your judgment. You're
yeah,
not gonna bring on any like fandom menace assholes
no,
or anything
I
like that. So
anything like you might get more Trek talk people because I feel like I'm more in that space than you are. That is probably the
that
biggest
would
difference.
cool.
Yeah.
That's like a whole audience
Hmm.
that we haven't tapped into. So
Yeah, and there's
that would be great.
although there's a whole thing going on. Not turns out one guy
I heard about the
uh
sex scandal.
yeah, was flirting with, apparently was dating all of my friends at once and not no one knew.
And he tried to run game on Giraffe. Giraffe was telling me about this last week. We were
Yeah.
talking about it because she's
I
on
honest
TikTok. She's
For the record, I feel weird. I was like friends with him. He was the one who was like Apple account, like Apple like discount I used. And I don't know if I didn't notice he was flirting with me or if he decided I was too close to the other people that he was like dating,
well,
that he claims he wasn't dating, but like they were. I was friends with both of them. He was
hmm.
clearly leading her on to like, it was very weird.
Yeah, no, I totally believe
Mhm.
that everything because like Giraffe was like, look, I can show you the text messages. They're like verbatim, like what everyone's like accusing him of saying.
Mhm.
Here's the stuff that he
So I
says.
knew one of them, the main woman who like kind of, I knew a little bit about that because I was friendly with her, and so when stuff was kind of going, she's like, "By the way, Rick's doing this." I was like, "Oh, that's really," and but I thought it was like, "Oh, there was like he was kind of shitty to my one friend," and then it turned out he also did this to someone. He's almost 40, and did this to a girl who was 19, 20.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, and I like this was like she hadn't had a relationship before, so she was like, "Oh, I like," so she was like blaming herself.
Yeah. No, that's fucked up. That like
Yeah. He
fucks
also
people up hardcore.
straight up he lied to Mary about. And she said this publicly. He lied to her about the fact that he had been with a woman like 2 days previously and hadn't done any like testing or anything, and like came to see her.
Mm.
Which I'm like, yeah, you can't like if you're going to have multiple partners, you have to tell people that you're having multiple partners.
Yeah, that's really lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate when shit like that happens because like a lot of that stuff, it's really easy for. I think men are just like
Hmm.
we just assume that like the people that aren't assholes, we just assume everyone else is like
Not
pretty
an
cool,
asshole.
and then
Yeah.
like
Also, just like because I was around him, he used to complain about like, oh, why can't I find a girlfriend? And I was like, wait, but then you were flirting with like everyone, like you were like secretly dating everyone, but also publicly being like, I can't find love.
and like I don't know. Yeah,
It was,
it just really sucks. It's just like
hmm.
yeah, it creates like a lot of drama, and then
Yeah.
like people like it makes it harder for other people to like enjoy the fandom, and then
Hmm.
like it looks bad. I mean, I know like the shit it's not like unique to like the Star Trek
Yeah.
scene. In fact, I think just based on what people tell me that like we're a lot. I know we're not perfect, but we're a lot better
We're
than.
I have been in much worse fandom
Yeah,
spaces.
I would argue that we're the
There's
best.
a reason I like Star Wars. That's not the reason I don't talk about Star Wars online. It's because I'm scared of the fandom.
Yeah, and like I don't
Like
know if I would ever want to go to like a Star Wars celebration, like their like massive convention, because
I would only go if I was like going with another friend. I would
I'm
not just go to me like
and I'm sure 90% of the people there are
mhm,
really awesome, but like the 10% that suck really
yeah.
fucking suck.
Yeah. And like I mean like I've obviously I've talked about getting mansplained about Star Trek. The like about Star Wars and I have more of a fear because I don't know Star Wars as well. That I like if I mess up on something, it's gonna be like a whole thing that I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. And also, you shouldn't like have to have an encyclopedic knowledge of something to enjoy
Right.
it. It's like, yeah, that was, yeah, that whole thing has been a mess, and he's still like, and they also keep finding more and more women, like, which is like to the fact where
I'm
like,
sure there's a lot that like
yeah,
they don't want to come forward because I mean like they don't
hmm,
want to get tied into that. I mean I
yeah,
don't I've never been in that situation, so I
hmm,
can't I'm not going to judge them for making
yeah,
that choice, but I'm sure for
and
everyone
I
who comes
know.
forward, there's one who doesn't.
Yeah, and I know there's people that Mary knows that he did this to, but they asked her not to say like who they were, so she hasn't,
Yeah.
obviously.
See?
But he like and he also purposely like keeps going after uh people in like married women that are in like monogamous relationships that are maybe having like a rough patch. Which is like that feels weird.
Yeah. I didn't know that, but like Giraffe is married, so
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't get anywhere with her. She kind of shot him down, but like they were hanging out in L.A. and he was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, I don't have any friends here. You should hang out with me." And she actually like invited. There was somewhere was screening Return of the Jedi with some really
Hmm.
cool people like Nami Malamed and like some other
Hmm.
people who like worked on Star Trek. And she was like, "Hey, I'm going to go see Return of the Jedi with these people. You should come with us." And he was like, "Oh, wouldn't you rather just go hang out, just me and you, like go get a drink somewhere?" Like he was like trying to like turn it into a date.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
it sounded like a guy who like plays, like the
there is
victim,
like
like, oh,
the
poor
story
me.
where I had heard it from him, and then I had heard, and then I recently got the woman's point of view of this, and this is a while ago, where he's like, oh yeah, I met up with this like, uh, Trek Talk friend, and now she doesn't really want to hang out. I now know it's because he went there and like started like acting like they were on a date, and she was like, and she wasn't like that was not what she had agreed to.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, Do you want to end a broadcast?
Yeah.
Now that we got this,
I forgot that.
now that we got this conversation on the record.